I think that it is time for you to become a little or a lot more delusional with your life and the things that you want to achieve in this lifetime before it's your time to go. And before I get into what I want to say, which you can kind of see from the title of this video, unless I change it, I am not a motivational speaker, a guru. I'm not trying to be anything like that. I'm an artist. And when I feel something that has been called upon my spirit to speak about, then I will. But again, as you see from the title of this video, again, unless I change it, it says, people will pay you to be yourself. And I've been noticing more and more just as we're progressing as a society and like the job market and stuff is changing, is that there are more people who are becoming millionaires or doing well for themselves, making six figures, doing what they truly love to do, simply being themselves. And I think that this shift is less about making money, but more about just prophecy and where we are in times. If you believe in God or you believe in the Bible, you know that we're in the last days. But I also know that the Most High Spirit is always potent and strong, but like there's like an extra dose of things coming into people and realizations that everyone is having, especially the younger generation, on how they want to live their life, as opposed to the life that was the norm 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Like more people now are less interested in working a 9-to-5 job and climbing the corporate ladder and having a boss tell you this and that, having a salary. More people are less interested in that, at least in my generation, than ever before. There are more people now finding ways to use their creative gifts to make money now than ever before. And obviously, when something extraordinary like that happens, you obviously have the negative flip side to that, where people are doing nefarious things, selling their bodies, selling their souls to make money, because you can do that now online. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the pure creativity, the gifts that you were given from God, the things that you came here with from the heavenly realms. People are starting to tap into that more in this day and age, I feel like, than ever before. Obviously, clearly you can tell I'm a young man, so I wasn't alive in the 50s, 60s, and the 70s, 80s. So I can only go off of what I've heard and what I've read and just other people's testimonials that are older. But we're living in a time now where you literally can get paid to be yourself. I think last year or 2024, I was watching a video by this financial. I don't know what he is exactly. Like I guess you would consider him a financial advisor, but he's also a motivational speaker. He's a lot of things. Great guy, from what I've seen. Obviously, I've never met him, but his name is Myron Golden, and I remember watching a video by him. I have to go back and find it, and I'll put it in the description if I can find it. Hopefully, I do, because it was very edifying. But I watched a video by Myron Golden a couple years ago, or like a year ago, and he was basically saying what I'm saying here in this video, but he obviously said it in a more eloquent way and had a whole PowerPoint presentation. Basically what he was saying, or the theme or the takeaway that I got from myself from listening to his message, is that if you find value in yourself and something that you're good at or something that you enjoy doing, and you think that you believe that you can use this to help other people or make money, then people will pay you to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to have a certain level or a high level of delusion in this life to conquer this matrix and believe that you can actually become whatever it is that you say that you want to be. And the crazy thing about it is that we're so quick to talk down on ourselves and say, oh, I can't do that. Like, I can't do this. I can't do that. And then you don't do it. But what if you flipped it and you're like, I can do this. I can do that. And I will do this. And I will do that. I think that people are living a little bit more timid to not think past the status quo and just go after it. even if your whole family hasn't done what you want to do, or it doesn't seem like it's something that can be done in your community or your society or whatever the case may be. You just do it, because the alternative is living an unfulfilled life, and then you live for like what, 70 years if you're lucky, 80, and then you die, and then you never really fully went after what you really wanted to do. People will pay you to do what you love. People will pay you to be yourself. That's also why it's so important to have a what's the word? It's so important to be dang, lost the train of thought. What is it? It's so important to be authentic when you come on social media. Because if you come on social media and you're creating a character or someone that you're not, and then you grow a following, and then people want to pay you to be that person, be that guy, be that girl, and then one day, let's say that you grow from that, and you no longer want to act in this persona anymore. Now you're in this limbo, you're stuck, because you were never real in the first place. That's why whether you're in social media or your real life, you should literally be yourself. Be who you are. Be who God created you to be. And you will literally get paid for that if you truly believe it. If you truly believe it. If you're an artist and you want to make art and that's all you want to do, then you go full in with that. And you believe that on this journey of you becoming an artist, because obviously we all have to start somewhere. Some of us start with nothing. And you're on that journey and you're growing, you're becoming a better artist, and you're meeting more people and you're getting connections, that eventually someone is going to start paying you for your services. Like, I don't think it's that far-fetched to believe that in this day and age. It's not far-fetched to believe that you can make 6 figures or more just sketching, just drawing, just singing, making, I don't know, writing a book. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, you can literally make a living just doing that. Now, obviously, there are certain things where, like, if you're a doctor or a lawyer, like, I feel like anything medical or legal, you can't just, like, I mean, you can if you want to, but if you really want to be effective, it's not the best thing to just create a YouTube channel and start talking about legal things and medical things and you don't know anything about it, because that's stuff that can actually really harm someone's life, their physical and like their finances and freedom and all that stuff. But outside of those two things, which are usually the only standard things that you have to go to school for, a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer, everything else is more fluid. And I'm not saying this on the route of don't go to college, skip school, because some people need to go down that path. Because while they go to college, it wasn't about really the education. It's about the people that they met and the connections that they made and the social skills that they acquired while they were in college. Not everyone goes to college and the greatest thing that they got was a diploma. For some people, the greatest thing they received from college was a connection, was self-confidence, was exploration of different avenues. It's not always just about a piece of paper. Because we know now in this current society, having a bachelor's degree or a master's degree isn't really enough anymore. People have bachelor's degrees and master's degrees and they don't have high paying jobs or a job at all. So basically, the main thing that I'm saying in this video is that your delusion will take you very, very far in life. But it's not just delusion. It's delusion with discipline. So if you believe that, I'm going to use the artist example because that's close to myself because I'm an artist, right? Let's say you're a painter, right? And you believe that you can make your living entirely and do very well and be very successful and financially free just painting. Then you have to embody that person. You have to become whatever that is supposed to be, whatever that looks like for you. Whatever that particular painter looks like for you, their lifestyle, their habits, good habits, their spiritual, mental, and physical health, you have to embody all of that if you believe that you will be a painter that will be very successful. And you won't have to work a second job or another shift. You can literally just paint. Like I see YouTube videos about it all the time. There are people who wake up each day and they do exactly what they want to do. And they are fulfilled each and every day. They literally wake up and paint. They literally wake up and sing. They literally wake up and make beats. And they're making a living. And they're not just scraping by. They're doing very well for themselves because they believed that this was a reality for them. If you believe that what you want in your life No matter how delusional, no matter what people say, if you believe that's what you want for your life, is capable, and you actually put in the steps to get there, then it's going to happen. It doesn't matter what people say. That's one thing on this journey, especially with content creation, that you really have to like let go and relinquish other people's opinions about what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Because honestly, to be quite frank, if someone's telling you something and they're not even in the position that you want to be, obviously you can take constructive criticism. But they just chatting, they're not really giving you real advice, then just ignore them. Because the only thing that you should be fulfilling your mind with are people who actually reach the level that you want to get at. Someone's not even in the path, they're not in the direction, they're not giving the downloads from God of your direction, your path, your journey, then don't listen to them. Be delusional. It will take you very, very, very far in your life. And another aspect about this video by Myron Golden, I actually wanted to pull it up. Not the video, but he was talking about King Solomon. It was 1 Kings chapter 10. Obviously, I'm not going to read the whole thing. But basically, in this chapter, the Queen of Sheba came to Solomon because obviously, as those that know, he was the wisest king to ever live. He was so wise, so locked in with his purpose and what God created him to do, that people were literally paying this man just to gain wisdom and knowledge and whatever else expertise that he had. Solomon was already wealthy, he was already rich. If you read the scripture, you know that when God asked him, what is it that you want? I'll give you anything. And he asked for wisdom. And the Most High said, okay, because you asked for wisdom, you didn't ask for like personal things, I'm going to bless you with money as well. Because my interpretation of that is that he realized that if he was wise, if he received wisdom from the Most High and to be able to expound upon his gifts that he already had, then he would generate income. So the money was never really an issue for him anyways. And obviously he was literally the son of a king. So it's not like he was going to be poor anyways. But it's not even about that, because just because he was a king, because people might make the argument, oh, okay, he was wise, he was a king, he had way more play. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, God sees King Solomon the same way he sees me and you. We're all in the same playing field. It's just that human nature puts people on a pedestal based off of their status. But God sees us all the same. The Most High can take a man off the street and raise him up to be a king if he wanted to. But it's also your perception. If you believe that you can be on a level where people are just coming to you to learn what your expertise is and to get your insight and they're literally just paying you for it, you're not having to go out and break your back and ask for it. They're literally just coming to you and paying for it. Then it will be a reality for you. It will happen if you put in the work initially to do that, because obviously you have to make yourself known. So that means you have to try, you have to go create a YouTube channel or whatever it is that you want to do. You have to put yourself out there. No one's going to find you if you're just not doing anything. But once you do that, once you take the first step to make that YouTube channel, to make that Instagram or whatever platform, and you just start posting what your expertise is or what you like to do. You don't even have to be an expert at something. That's the thing as well. Because there's a lot of people who are lower than you in terms of what they know. You could barely know something. I'm talking things outside of medical and legal stuff. Like, let's say you started drawing, right? And you're a month in drawing and you figured out, or not figured out, or you learned a style that you like. You're not an advanced drawer, but you learned a style and you want to share it. There is someone who's way lower than you that could potentially pay you to teach them that style. Even though you don't have like 20 years of experience, but you have enough experience in what you're doing to teach someone who may not have any at all. Like, there's levels to this. You don't have to wait until you're an expert at something to believe for yourself that this is possible, that people will pay you and ask for your services to do something. Like, I think that was one thing that also I had to delete from my brain, to believe that I had to be an expert in order for me to provide a service to someone else. And I feel like part of the reason why I guess I felt that way because of the trauma of applying for jobs. No, I ain't gonna lie though. Like you apply for jobs and they're like, you need 15 years of experience, and you literally like just graduated college. But it's that, but also just that deep rooted not feeling like you're good enough, not feeling like you can do this or do that. You have to delete that. And obviously, it's a process. It takes time. But when you start posting and you start putting out your content, you start sharing what you're good at, someone is going to reach out to you. I was going to make a separate video, but I feel like I can put it in this one. This video is also for people who have low views and are still creating content. Continue to create your content even if you get low views, even if no one likes it or barely anyone likes it, your family and friends don't like it, people just look at your stories and move on, and you put so much effort and you get like 50 views on a reel. Continue to make your content, because I'm telling you, one day something's going to stick. I said this in the last video because I believe this for myself. I've been creating content since 2019. Never went viral, but I still show up every single time because I know that one day something's going to stick and someone will reach out to me. Something will happen to where this will be my reality. This will be my reality. You know what my reality is? Look at this. This is a sketchbook that I use, right? I have the link in my bio. And this is also a pencil that I use. Link also in my bio if you want to purchase it. Great pencil, great sketchbook. This sketchbook was like, man, no more than like $12, if even that, maybe 10. This pencil, I got like a pack of 10 or a pack of 8 for like $9, $10. So roughly total, I paid around $22 for this. And I'm telling you right now, this and this will generate me millions of dollars from this, because this is the foundation. I do mainly digital art, so I will draw it first in my notebook, and then I'll put it in Procreate, and then I will create my digital art. I don't use AI. I hate AI. I literally draw it from scratch, then I'll redraw it in Procreate and add color and all that stuff, and then I sell prints and stuff like that. Link in bio, all that in the description. But I'm telling you, this and this will generate me millions of dollars. Is it happening right now at this very second? No. But I don't care, because I know that this is my reality. This is my future. I see it. I know that one day, because I'm consistent and I continue to post, I continue to create, and I continue to get better at my craft, that one day people are just going to be coming to me asking for my expertise, or yo, can you please do this for me, do this poster, do this drawing, this, that, because they love my style, and I'm going to get paid for it, and it's going to generate me millions of dollars, and I'm going to generate generational wealth, and one day I'm going to wake up every single day, just money just flowing, doing what I love, which is drawing. Now that seems very delusional, right? How could drawing generate you millions of dollars? You're literally just sketching. Because that's what I believe, and that's the only reality that I want to push my mind, body, and soul into. I believe that I can become a very wealthy person. Obviously, I'm wealthy, mind, body, spirit, but I'm talking about financially wealthy, doing the things that I love. I'm also a photographer and a videographer. And I'm seeing now, because it's just God working in my life, how all three of those things coincide with one another, how I can use all those things at the same time to create my style. Art is in everything. But check this. I love film. And it didn't really dawn upon me that, yo, when you watch the credits, the end credits, it's not just, obviously they're going to show like in the beginning of the end credits, they'll show the director, their name is big and you can clearly see it. And then you'll see all the cast members, like the actors. But then there's like hundreds of different people, different artists, makeup artists, light design, editor, it doesn't matter. All these different people that come together to make a film, to make a movie. And I could assume that everyone that is a part of this is doing what they love. I could assume, I don't know. But since it's making a movie, it's something that is completely creative and it seems fun. And in the process, obviously there's difficulties, but it seems like something that if you're doing it, it's because you actually like to do it. All these people are doing that, right? And I believe that that's my reality as well. That I'll work on a movie one day, maybe a blockbuster movie. And the thing is that I'm so grateful to the Most High that I have these gifts. Yeah, I could be a director if I wanted to, right? But I can also be an artist. I could draw the poster. I could draw designs if I wanted to, or I can do the photography. I have 3 different elements or aspects that I can tap into in the arts. And I believe that all of those things will generate me millions of dollars. Starting with this. This is like $20. This, a notebook that you should purchase because it's a great drawing notebook. $20, $10, and then $10 for this will generate me millions of dollars. And in the process, I will be helping numerous people. I don't know what God has planned for my life. I'm literally just being obedient and showing up each day. But I feel like I went on a tangent because I was going to say something about the scripture. Basically, what I was going to say about the scripture is that the Queen of Sheba came to Solomon because he was so wise and she wanted to know the wisdom, whatever. I don't know how long she stayed, but she literally pulled up with her people and literally asked this man, just teach me. Tell me what you know so that I can take it back to my kingdom and help grow my kingdom, right? And in the scripture, again, Solomon was a very rich man. I think he was the richest to ever exist. It says here, let me find it. Then she gave the king 120 talents of gold, spices, and great quantity and precious stones. There never again came such abundance of spices as the Queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. And I looked up, because I don't know what that's not our currency in the US, right? So I looked up what is the equivalent to 120 talents of gold. And it said that was roughly $700 million. And that was what Myron Golden was saying in his video, that Solomon knew that he was worthy. He knew that he was a royal seed, not just a royal seed, but he knew that he was favored by the Most High, right? And he knew he had gifts. So he used his gifts to help his kingdom, but also help his family and himself. And because he was delusional, maybe to an extent, I mean, obviously he was a king, but I could assume that he was delusional as well, and that he believed in himself greatly, this woman pulled up just asking for wisdom and knowledge. She wasn't asking him to build her a castle or friggin' slay a dragon or something. She was like, yo, I know you're the wisest man. Please give me your wisdom. And this woman, that equivalent, 120 talents of gold, is nearly $700 million. Let's say she stayed for like a week. This man gained $700 million in 1 week just by teaching someone. Just by teaching someone, bro. That can be your reality. I don't see why it can't be. And again, it's not necessarily about how much money. It's just the fact that it is possible for someone to literally reach out to you on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, X, or whatever you call it, Twitch, and be like, yo, I love what you're doing. I love that you're being yourself, playing the game and talking about it, or talking about movies, or drawing, or painting, or talking about your hair, or talking about, I don't know, herbalism, or talking about the books you read. I love that you're doing that. I will literally pay you to, sometimes people want to use the influence that you have to promote their products. And if you're in alignment with what they do, then that's cool. But it's the same thing. People are paying you because you decided that you wanted to be yourself and showcase something that you're passionate about, something that you love, regardless of getting any type of appraisal from anyone else. But you believed in yourself. This man gained $700 million just by giving wisdom to a woman, a Queen of Sheba. That's it. I don't even think he asked her for it. She probably just gave it to him because she realized that what she was receiving was so valuable that she wanted to give him money. I feel like that's also the case too. When you like change your view on money and realize that making money is easy and you make that an affirmation and then it's like really like, especially like US dollars, like it's like really not real, it's all energy, then more of it will come to you, because you'll realize that it's not about the money, it's just about what you can offer in your service. If someone finds value in the things that you create, you can make a painting and sell it for like 10 bands, 20,000, 50,000. I literally saw a dude on Instagram. I love his art. It's dope. I see people in the comments be like, oh, this is not real. Doesn't matter. Art is subjective, right? I love his art. And one of the things that I like about this guy, his name on Instagram is, I think, Kaleb Corbin. I'll put the link in the description. But one thing I like about him is that bro be selling his art for like, he's like, oh, I created this overnight and I'm selling it for like 5,000. I'm selling it for like 20,000. And he'll actually show people buying it because he believes that that's what it's worth. And then you'll have people who will make something that may have taken even longer, and they'll sell it for like $100 because they're like, oh, I want to be accommodable for this and that. And that's cool. But don't start selling your art or selling products for cheap because you want to just be accommodable for people who can only afford. Like, it's cool if you're catering towards that, but if you're doing that because you believe that if you raise the price, no one's going to buy it, that is the wrong mindset. Because again, there's levels to this, there's tiers to this. There's always going to be someone who is going to pay for your service, right? So let's say, like, I know a pretty good bit about CapCut. You know, I use that to edit. Eventually, I'm going to get on DaVinci Resolve because that's what I want. But I got to get a better laptop. But right now, I edit on CapCut. Right? I've been editing on CapCut for like months. Not months, years. And let's say, this isn't really something that I desire to do, but let's say that I wanted to sell a course on how to do this. And I charged $500. That seems crazy, right? Because like, I'll go on, what is it? I'll go on Skillshare, and those courses would be like $100. But if I want to sell it for $500, someone's going to buy it. That's the thing about it. Like, you got to relinquish your mindset from this money thing. It's all energy. If someone looks at your page and they find value in the things that you're doing, and they think that regardless, I'll pay you whatever because I know that this will help me in some way, then they're going to pay you. That's part of being delusional, believing that it's all energy. And at the end of the day, if I show up and just be myself, then the Most High will take care of the rest. It's just like that. I will generate millions of dollars just by this. I will impact the world, millions of people, just by this. I will help millions of people from the foundation of this. A $10 notebook and a $10 pack of pencils. Because I'm delusional enough to believe that that is my reality. That's really it at the end of the day. You have to get in that mindset. People will pay you for your services. If you don't believe that they will, then they won't. Then they won't. Kanye West, I saw a video about, it was like a compilation video about Kanye West, and someone in the comments said that Kanye West once said, the man who says he can't and can is both right. That's 100% correct. Because if you keep telling yourself, I won't do this, I won't do that, I can't become this, I can't become that, oh, that can't happen, that's impossible, no one's ever done that, then it will never happen for you. And then you'll just live the mediocre life that you're living, because that's all you think that you can do for yourself. But if you start becoming more delusional and believing that, oh, this can happen, this is something that I can do, this is in my reality, this is in my timeline, then it will come. Everything that you attract, anything you pour out, energy you pour out in your mind, the things you say, the things you think, you put that out into the world, you put that out into the ether, it's going to come back to you. That's why people who are negative, when they spew that out, all they get is negativity and problems in their life. But then people who are positive, obviously you might receive things like trials and stuff because God's trying to test you and help you grow and become a better person. But at the end of the day, if you're a positive person, you're going to receive that back. If you believe that you can be a millionaire or a billionaire, or you can make a living selling teacups, and you can generate millions selling teacups, and you put in the work, because you have to put in the work, and you put in the work to do so, then it's going to happen. It's literally that simple. And anyone else who tries to tell you that it can't happen, just completely ignore them. Become deaf, blind to whatever they're saying. I feel like a lot of you probably think I'm crazy, but that's okay. I'm a madman. I'm a very, very madman, but it's okay. So I'm encouraging you, be yourself. If you don't know what you want to do in your life, then start just chipping away at your vices and bad habits, things that are bringing you down. Because that's something you can start at. Not everyone knows what their purpose is. Not everyone knows what their gifts are. Some people discover that later. And some people, a lot of people really, for various reasons, aren't just going to start praying and going to God. That's really hard to do for a lot of people. So an advice that I would give you is really sit with yourself and start chipping away at your vices. Whether that's drinking, smoking, lust, negative thinking, gossiping, talking down upon yourself. Just make a list of all things you do that you know is harming yourself in some way, and start chipping away at that. Find the root cause and start stopping it. And I know along those lines, you're going to end up coming to God. Because it's just the inevitable. When you start becoming a better person and you change your mindset and your frame of reference and you kind of step outside the matrix, eventually God shows up in the midst. I mean, he's always there. I believe he's always there. But after a certain while, you kind of like let go of the ego and give it to God. And then once you give it to God and you start letting the Most High work through you, man, there's nothing you can't do. Literally nothing. Part of the reason why Solomon was the wisest king, well, the main reason why he was the wisest king and the richest man ever is because he gave everything to God. Obviously, he went down a wrong path, but I'm reading through Ecclesiastes now. It seemed like he realized that he messed up and he came back to God. But he was delusional. He believed in himself. And most importantly, the Most High, he knew that the Most High believed in him and that he had his back throughout the entire process. And because of that, man literally dropping knowledge. He probably could have spoke to her for an hour and she gave him $700 million worth of spices and gold, or talents of gold. You're no different than him. You're a human being just like he is. Yes, he was a king. He was born into royalty. God gave him an insurmountable level of wisdom or amount of wisdom. But we all came to this earth with some type of gift, some type of fire or passion or something. You may not have discovered it yet, or maybe you did, and you just need to grow upon that. I just truly feel like a lot of people just sell themselves short because they're so believing of what society's saying, what their mom and their dad says, what their grandparents say, what their whole lineage did, what their socioeconomic, oh, I'm poor. They say, oh, I'm poor, so I can't be like that. But there's a ton of poor. Just go on YouTube. In this day and age, there's no reason to make an excuse. Just go on YouTube and watch testimonies of people who were dirt poor, and they aren't now because they believe that they would be rich and they didn't want to be poor anymore. There's a lot of things you have to do and unlearning, but the mindset of the mindset shift, the concept is simple. One day someone was poor. They woke up, I don't want to be poor anymore. Let me start doing things to not be poor. Let me not quit ever, even when it seems slow, even when I'm 5 years, 6 years into it, and I got no motion and no one's talking to me. Blah, 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 blah. They still continued. And then now they're rich. Not everyone sold their soul to become a millionaire. That's another trap. Because you're hearing about like celebrities and stuff. A lot of celebrities, unfortunately, sold their souls, sold their bodies, killed people, did stuff to become millionaires. But not everyone's in that trap because most people are not celebrities. There's a ton of people who didn't sell their souls and they're doing very well for themselves. And they started out poor. They didn't have trust funds or Nepo babies, none of that. And they are rich now because they were delusional and they believed in themselves. And when you believe in yourself and you know that God believes in you and you know that God created you with a plan and he brought you here for a purpose and a reason, and that he's gonna turn up in your life if you just do your part, bro, nothing can stop you, bro. It's like it's even greater than having an Infinity Gauntlet. It's a Marvel reference. I love Marvel. It's even greater than having an Infinity Gauntlet. Having the confidence in yourself that you can literally do anything, and believing that, and then actually going to do it. Or you can continue to wallow in your misery and become nothing. That's an option too. And if that's what you want to do, then that's on you. That's between you and God. But that's not what I'm going to do. So right now, as I gained 3 more followers. So thank you for those 3 more people. I'm at 21 followers. I'm telling you right now, even though I don't have really any motion, nothing going, I have things going like spiritually, but like I don't got no deals, brands, none of that. I'm telling you right now. What's today's date? I'm going to say this. May 22nd, 2026 on a Friday at 5:02 p.m. is when I'm recording this. I will generate millions of dollars. I will affect millions of lives. I will travel to all the countries through this and my photography and my videography. But my foundation is really writing and drawing. And I've been drawing. Well, I got back into drawing recently, but I've been creating content since 2019. A lot of people would have quit by now. I started this channel, I think, the end of last year, but I wasn't consistent on it. But now I'm getting back consistent because I wasn't always this way. I had lack too. I had self-doubt too. But I started to realize the more I got closer to God, I'm like, bro, the Most High has created me with everything I need to be successful. I'm beyond powerful. I can do anything. Obviously, like things that are like good. But that's what I mean. I can do anything I want to do. I'm not limited to nothing. That's my belief. Because the Most High is on my side and I believe in myself. That's my Infinity Gauntlet. And that's going to take me far in life. I will wake up every day doing exactly what I want to do. Living the life I want to live. Because I chose to bet on myself and be delusional and realize that, hey, yes, I can wake up and draw and make a living for myself, and I have to struggle and work an extra job. I can do that because it's possible. People are already doing it. I see booktubers literally just reading books. And I'm not dogging them or putting them down, but they read books. They make YouTube videos. They have brand deals and sponsorships, and that is their living. That is their living. There are people doing it, and a lot of them are usually younger, but like it's a reality. There are people gaming and making 6 figures just gaming. Just playing a game. Making 6 figures. There are people also doing nefarious things, making 6 figures, or people making a fool of themselves, making 6 figures. But I feel like most of the time, if you're watching this, that means that this was meant for you, and you're probably someone who actually wants to make a real impact. So you're going to make meaningful content. You're not going to just, make stupid content and like make a fool of yourself. You're going to make content of things you enjoy. And you're going to become wealthy. Not just physically, not just in your rich money. Because it's all energy. It's not like truly real at the end of the day, but mind, body, soul. Because if you just focus on making money, but you don't get your spirit right, your physical body right, and your mind right, then it won't work out in the same way, because everything has to be in alignment. So you have to be working on all aspects of yourself in private and not just showing your highlight reel and then you go back to living a fake life. You actually have to be growing in private in your personal life. And when you do that, you take it to God and you believe in yourself, bro. Sis, brother, sister. There's literally no limit. So yeah, it's getting hot here. I'm like starting to sweat a little bit. I got somewhere to be. But yeah. This was a long video, bro. I didn't realize I've talked this much, but read 1 Kings chapter 10. I'm gonna put that link from Myron Golden in the description. I'll put the Corbin guy's Instagram in the description. I think there might have been something else. I don't know. But if you want to purchase my art, link in the description. If you want to see the art supplies I use, link in the description. You can go to that website on Amazon and buy it. You want to send a donation, link in bio, link in the description. Everything's in the description or in the bio. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. I may not know you, but the thing is about people who want to do great for themselves is that they're only pushing that energy towards other people. I would never say anything to bring someone down and say, oh, you can't do that. Why? That's a reflection of myself. That means I don't want to be great. If I tell you that you can't be great, or I try to put you down and what you want to do, that means that it's not going to work for me. You know what I'm saying? Only people who are successful and really are going there doing it the right way, then you're so filled, your cup is so filled that you're only pushing that out to everyone else. So be delusional. People will pay you to be yourself. So get right with yourself. Figure out who you are. Don't be a fake person. Don't succumb to the pressure of society, the pressure of your parents, the pressure of your culture, the pressure of whatever. Be who you are. Be who God created you to be. Tap into your gifts. Don't try to create something that's not you. There's no point in that. It will always come back negatively. Be yourself. Be delusional. People will pay you to be yourself. They will pay you, literally. There will come a point where they will come up to you, they will email you, they will call you, flooding in, because you put in the work. Because if you don't put in the work, it ain't gonna happen. But you put in the work, they will literally say, oh, please do this. Please, I need your expertise. I need you to paint this for me. I love your paintings. I love your style. Please help my business. I'll give you anything, bro. Literally 100,000, 100,000 for a flyer. Please, I just need you don't know what will happen. Because if people got money floating around, you don't know what happened. Just be delusional. And people will literally start flocking to you. And at the end of the day, through all that, when you reach that, you praise the Most High because He put you in that position. You don't become like Nebuchadnezzar, and then you lose it all. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Yeah. The film is finished. I love saying this. I'm going to say it again. The film is finished, but reality is not. You are a shifter of paradigms, and adventure awaits you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.